Robert Mueller's report into Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. election will be made public by mid-April. Attorney General William Barr says he is now redacting the 400-page document. In a letter to the heads of the House and Senate Judiciary Committees, he says he expects to be able to publish by mid-April, if not sooner. It comes a week after he published a 4-page note summarizing its conclusions, sparking demands for the report to be released in its entirety. On Monday, 6 Democratic congressional committee chairs sent a letter to Mr. Barr demanding the release of the full, complete and unredacted report by 2 April. Everyone will soon be able to read it on their own, Mr. Barr wrote in his letter to congressional committee chiefs, although it will be redacted to remove legally sensitive material. It investigated whether President Donald Trump's campaign had colluded with Russia in 2016, in order to help steal the U.S. election, but after a 22-month inquiry, Special Counsel Mueller cleared the president of collusion. His long-awaited report stopped short of exonerating Mr. Trump of the charge of obstruction of justice. But in his letter published on 24 March, Mr. Barr said that the evidence presented in the report was not enough to charge the president with obstruction. Since former FBI Director Mr. Mueller was appointed to head up the investigation, his team has charged 34 people, including 6 former Trump aides and a dozen Russians, as well as 3 companies. None of those charges are directly related to the allegations of collusion. As well as promising to release a redacted version of the report, Mr. Barr says that he won't be giving a copy to President Trump to review before publication, because he has stated publicly that he intends to defer to me. He adds that he will testify publicly before the Senate Judiciary Committee on 1 May, and the House Judiciary Committee the following day. The Attorney General also denies that his letter released last week was a summary of Mr. Mueller's report, instead referring to it as a supplemental notification.